Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to do a transmission service on this 2015 Volvo S60. Before we get started, there are a few special tools that we'll need, so let's go over that right now. So there's a couple sockets we're going to need. One is the Torx 40 for the initial drain plug, and the drain plug is in two pieces. So this takes the center part out. And then you're going to need this 17mm Allen, which is kind of an unusual size. I was able to find them on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for that. And then this is a Torx 55 that's going to undo the fill plug on top of the transmission for the shortcut that I'm going to show you. Next we have here is some of the specs that we're going to do. So with no dipstick, this transmission is very temperature dependent, so the fluid levels depend on temperature. So it says right here that we need to get it in this temperature range on our final filling, but right now it's cold, so we can do multiple flushes or multiple drainings and fillings, and then I'll show you how to check that later. There's two different types of this transmission: the TF80 SC, which is the all-wheel drive version, and the TG81 SC. They look pretty similar and they're serviced the same way. They hold about the same amount of fluid, and they both take the world standard synthetic fluid. It's not some magic fluid that Volvo has rights on. A lot of people use it. Dexron 6 works really well. It's just a synthetic fluid with a WS rating. So before we really get into it, we need to talk about space, because you have to get under the car with enough room so that you can slide a bucket underneath it and your body. The drain's on the very bottom, and I recommend ramps. There's some composite style ramps. They used to have some old metal stamped ramps. Those are a little bit sketchy. If you have floor jacks and jack stands, that works as well, but just keep in mind that you are gonna have to go under the car for a bulk of this. And even when we're gonna check the fluid level, you have to go back underneath to check and put the plug back in. So just keep that in mind, and I'll put some links for some things in the description that might help. And let's go underneath and I'll show you what we're going to be doing. So before we get started on this service, we're first going to locate the factory fill plug, and this will save a lot of time. To do it the traditional way, you're supposed to have a special device that pressurizes the fluid so you can fill it through the bottom, but we're going to show a little shortcut here to make it a lot easier. So right down here on top of the transmission by the shift linkage is this plug right here. It's a Torx 55, and we're going to remove that, and that's where we're going to put our funnel to fill it. On this one, this harness was in the way. There's a 10mm bolt I had to get out to get access to this, and this one is fairly open, but on this 08 XC90 over here, there is an air filter and intake tube that covers this whole area, so you'd have to move it out of the way to get to that plug. But every transmission that they make from 2007 to 2023 so far has a factory quick fill plug right there, and that's how we're going to fill it up with fluid. Before we get started draining it, we're going to go ahead and put our Torx 55 on a long extension, and we're going to crack this loose, and it is very, very tight. I'm going to set this right there while I crack it loose. That was easier than I thought. Alright, normally it's really, really tight, so then we'll go ahead and back it all the way out. It just takes just a second. And something unique about this plug, once you get it all the way out, is that it has a rubber O-ring on it, so you can reuse it as many times as you need to. It's in pretty good shape too. So now that that's open, we have an open hole right here that our funnel will fit right into. So set that aside, and let's go down below. So here we are under the car, and I'm using a lift for ease of filming, but this is the drain plug. The center piece comes out first, and this bigger piece is a pipe probably about that long or so, and when it comes out, all the rest of the fluid comes out. So this being cold, like physically cold to the touch, we're going to measure how much comes out. It's typically 3 quarts. That's usually what they hold, but we're gonna measure it because that's what we're gonna put back in on the top. And we're gonna do that, drain it and fill it a couple of times, and I'll show you the rest of the process. And that's gonna make it so we can do 2 to 3 cycles before the engine's or the transmission's too hot, and we have to be careful about temperature. So we're going to take our Torx 40 and we're going to screw the center one out. And now that we're up in the air, we have our bucket underneath to measure. And I have a little funnel to help guide it in. That's going to come out like that. And I have it in this. And you can see the increments here. It should go right up to the 3 quarts or just below the 3 liters. And this will drain out just a little bit. Then when that starts to, so it's leveling out what's in there, and the pipe is preventing most of it from coming out. So this is going to drain out just for a few seconds. And then when it's done dribbling, we'll get our 17mm Allen in there. I'll pull that whole tube out. And while we're waiting, this is the drain plug, the center plug I should say. It has an O-ring right there. This one looks really good, but sometimes they come apart, so it's not a bad idea to have another one on hand. It is kind of a special size, and this is really soft aluminum, so sometimes it'll either be already stripped out, or it's easy to really strip it out if you don't have the socket all the way engaged. So it's not a bad idea to have a center plug and an O-ring on hand just in case, because this is literally what stops everything from coming out. So there's that. All right, so it's starting to dribble, just barely coming out. So I cracked this loose already, but we're gonna spin this out. And there's not that many threads on it, so be ready to catch everything, sorry there, so that we can measure everything that comes out. So I'm gonna set the camera down for a second and let it all come out. So we got the plug out and it's all draining right down in here. And we have right about 3 quarts. This is the pipe. So that's the part you can see, and this is the pipe. It has a crush ring on it, and it's a really thick crush ring, just like the other transmissions, the AW5550 and all that stuff. It's meant for multiple use, so you don't have to throw it away and replace it. You can use it multiple times. But this pipe is the level indicator inside the transmission. So when we fill it up, the fluid ideally will come to the top of this pipe, and that's the idea when it's at the right temperature. So we'll let it finish draining out, and then we're going to put it back in and move to the top, and we're going to add our 3 quarts of fluid back. So I got the outside part in, and I got that pretty tight, and I got the center started, and I'm just gonna get it finger tight, because we're going to be taking it back out. So finger tight and a little bit more, because we're going to be removing it. So we'll move to the top, we'll add our fluid, then I'll show you how to run it through the gears to work all the new fluid through, and then we'll repeat the process. All right, so I have our funnel into our fill hole, and this, by the way, is how the factory fills it. So it's kind of a quick fill port. We're going to go ahead and pour our new fluid in. I have 3 quarts in this bucket. This bucket right here, and we're just going to slowly let it fill in there. And then we'll run it through the gears, and you can leave this cap out until we're done, or if you feel better, you can put the plug back in hand tight so nothing falls in there. Not a bad idea. We'll get this all poured in. Okay, so in the car, we're going to go ahead and with it in park, fill in the brake, we're going to start it, and then we're going to go from, let's see, there it is right there. Move from park to reverse. I'm going to feel it engage, go to neutral, and drive, feel it engage in the gear, back into neutral, one more time in reverse, one more time in neutral, one more time in drive, then back to park, and we'll let it run for about 45 seconds to a minute, shut it off, and then we'll do the whole process again. I'm going to do it 2 more times, and then I'll show you how to double check the fluid level. So here's our second dumping, And this time you don't need to measure it. We're just gonna let it go into our container here. And we're seeing already right away that the fluid is much cleaner. So that really did a good job. But this center plug is also called the level check plug. And when we go to check the level, we're gonna have the vehicle running in park, and we're gonna pull this plug out. And if fluid comes out, you let it come out until it stops. If nothing comes out, we'll have to add fluid up top. So let me finish this. We'll dump this one more time. And then, actually I'm gonna do it 2 more times. And then I'll show you how we finish up and check the level. So I've done the other 2 cycles of draining and filling, running it through the gears. And now we need to check the final level, and it's all done by temperature. So the best way is a scan tool. We have our trusty snap-on scanner right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's at 105 degrees. It needs to be between 120 and 140, I believe, or 50 to 60 degrees Celsius, between 50 and 60. So while that's warming up, you're probably thinking, well, maybe you don't have a scan tool, but I did find there is some other alternatives that you can use. You can use one of these laser guns here. These are pretty accurate. I scanned the transmission with it. It's about 10 degrees off, but it's close enough that it'll work. And also this meat thermometer that we use to check air conditioning vents with, how cold AC blows. But putting the tip of it on there and not touching the probe, but just touching the gauge, it gets between 5 and 10 degrees of the scan tool. So either one of those will work. And like I say, it's very temperature sensitive. So once it gets in range, we'll go back underneath and we're gonna pull that center plug out with the engine running and see what comes out. If nothing comes out, we're gonna add into our funnel here until it comes out. But if it comes out as a solid stream, we're gonna let it drain out until it kind of dribbles out, and then it's full. And that's how you check the level. All right, so we're at about 130 degrees, so we're gonna go ahead and check by removing this plug. We have a container down here to catch the extra. We're gonna see what comes out. So it's barely dribbling out, so we're gonna add some fluid. All right, so I added about a quart of fluid, and now the fluid is higher than the pipe. So now it's gonna level out and it's gonna sputter and spit. But as soon as it slows down here, it's gonna be full. We'll give it a few more seconds here. Just a little bit, now it's starting to drip and dribble. And that's where the fluid's right at the end of the pipe, right where we want it to be. And I'm gonna call that good. All right. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten this down all the way. And then do some cleanup. And then we'll go to the top. All right, so now that we're back on top and we know that our transmission's full because of how it was coming out and dribbling out, that's exactly where you want it to be. Just barely coming over the end of that pipe, so it just dribbles down. So now we're gonna go ahead and remove our funnel and carefully install our plug. And I don't know what the torque spec is on this, but it's pretty tight. So get that done and tight. And that's it. That's a transmission service on the TF80SC and the other version of it that I'm forgetting right now, but that's basically it. They're both exactly the same service. And it took about 10 quarts of fluid altogether. So I would recommend having maybe 2 of those 5-gallon jugs of ATF, whether the Valvoline Max Pro or the Dexron 6 or whatever they recommend at the auto parts store. As long as it's a WS world standard, you should be okay. And hope that works out for you. And like always, there's more than one way to do things, but hopefully this worked for you. The only other thing I would say is if you're having shifting problems and your transmission fluid's really dark, I wouldn't service it. I would take it and have it diagnosed. Usually when the fluid is dark, there's other things happening. But just for a regular service, that'll get you to where you want to be. All right, have a good day.